everybody, how you doing today? Hey, I am Eric Anderson. This is the Grid Grooves channel, and we're here on the practice pad taking a look at how to blow up our chops just a little bit more, staying with just the practice pad. And here's why: because when you know how to play a fashionable pair of drumsticks, then you are going to be much more capable of bringing out the beats and the rhythms and the fills and the grooves that you want to play on the drum set, because you know how to play the instruments that really count, which is the drumsticks, and on the drum set it's also the bass drum and the hi-hat pedal. So the goal of this video today is to break down last week's grid, but as you saw in the intro, with showing you how adding flams to the accents of last week's grid can actually become quite the challenge, but it also starts to unlock your ability to play the drumsticks all the much better, which then translates over to how well you play the drum set. So here we go. We're going to launch right into this. Now, what I find really like fascinating about this is when you look at the blue and the red rhythm, what you're looking at and what you're playing when you add the flams in is just a rudiment that's known as the Flam Accent. So in the blue rhythm in particular, if you were playing your Flam Accent and you were playing it at this tempo, just 1 and 2 and Flam Accent and ready, go. 1. Notice how the flam is landing right on the first partial of each 3-note group. 3. This is the blue rhythm. Stop. Now the red rhythm plays the Flam accent, but what happens in the red rhythm is that the accent and the flam that goes along with it, instead of being played on the first partial, is now played on the second partial, or the second of the second note in the 3-note grouping. So when you hit the red rhythm, you get this. It's a 1, 2, red rhythm, here we go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and stop. So that's the red rhythm. Now when we get into the green and the yellow rhythm back here, what's really cool about these are the ones that really kind of pushed me to get better. They've actually pushed me to focus more on my single stroke rolls. And here's why. Because in the green rhythm, your right hand actually needs to be able to play 5 16th notes in a row. And when you hit the yellow rhythm, then your left hand needs to be able to play 5 16th notes in a row. And as you push the tempo up higher and higher, that can become more of a challenge to you unless you have a really well-developed single stroke roll. So let me break each one of those down as best as I can, and we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do here is I'll get just the 16th notes going, and then I'm going to work on just the green rhythm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the right hand pattern, and the left hand accent tap pattern, which is nothing more than a full stroke, a down stroke, and an up stroke. Full, down, up, like that. And then when I go to put the flam in, I'm going to go ahead and set my stick up here on the rim so that you can hear all the right hand notes separate and apart from the left hand. So here we go. This is the green rhythm, breaking it down in 3 parts. So it's 1, 2, green, rhythm, ready, go. Now here come the flams on the rim. I can't think this one through, right? Right, so hopefully you're able to hear that. So now the yellow rhythm is just the reverse of the green rhythm, which means that the right hand is going to be playing a full stroke. Actually, technically, it's an upstroke, a full stroke, downstroke pattern. 1, 2, 3, up, full, down. while the left hand is going to be where those accents are at. It's also going to be playing those grace notes of the flams. So now the left hand has to be able to get all 5 16th notes that it needs to pick up. So here we go again. Let me see how well I can break down the yellow rhythm. So it's 1, 2, 3, right hand, go. Up, pull, down, up, pull, down. Let's see if I can get the flams in there now. Here we go. Right? So there it is right there. That was the yellow rhythm and the way that breaks down. And hopefully you're able to hear how the right hand was playing its up full downstroke pattern, while the left hand had to play 5 of the 6 16th notes at the same time. So now what I'm going to do is what I always do. I'm going to wind this up. I'm going to wrap this whole thing up by playing through at 50 beats a minute on the dotted quarter note, then 55 beats on the dotted quarter note, and finally back to the original tempo, which was 60 beats a minute. So here we go at 50 beats a minute. Let's give this a whirl. So 1, 2. And there you go. That was at 50 beats a minute. So now we're going to jump right into 55 beats a minute. We're going to run it again and see what happens. So there it is, and finally we're going to go straight into 60 beats a minute, which is where we had started this whole thing at. So here we go. And there, my friends, is it. That's it right there, right? The grid 4-2-1 grid over the dotted quarter note, which means that we're doing 6/16 notes to every click. And as you can hear, just by adding flams to last week's grid accent tap pattern, that you get to develop your flam accents, which is always a cool rhythm, which is always a cool rudiment to have available to play, and it forces you to develop better single stroke rolls, or better, at the very least, being able to get 5/16 notes in a row. So that was the goal of this video, was to break this whole idea down and show that just by adding flams to last week's accent tap pattern, that you could actually make this quite a bit more of a challenge. So I got to ask, did we actually meet that goal? Did we break this down well enough to help you see how to execute, and help you see how just by adding flams to it, you can actually blow up your playing a lot more, your playing of the drumsticks? If we did, first of all, and most importantly to me, is definitely share this with other people that can benefit from it the same way that you did, because the overall, the driving motivation behind this channel is to share information that other drummers can use to improve their skills and their creativity with a pair of drumsticks, whether it's on a practice pad or whether it's on the drum set. So definitely share it. Along with that, please give us the likes and the subscribes, because those are always appreciated. But if we didn't break it down well enough, or if we confused us somewhere along the way, we're cool with that too. Not that we intend to do that, but we're doing the best that we can as we keep putting along here. Do me a favor, leave a comment, ask a question down below, specifically asking asking about that area that confused you, or leaving a comment about how it's something that you didn't understand, because we would be more than happy to circle back around and address this issue in greater detail to help you get the information that you're looking for. So my friends, that's really it. That really sums this whole thing up, to be honest with you. It's just about using the 4-2-1 grid system to unlock your playing with the sticks, and also to unlock your playing and your creativity on the drum set. That's the overall thing that motivates and inspires us to keep grinding these out. So that's it until the next video. Y'all take care, have a good day, and I will see you around, okay? Bye-bye.